According to our preliminary team standings. And wow. And look at this. No moment to breathe. We're going to have our boys race set to begin here now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Doug Speck's Boys Sweepstakes. We'll try to keep you updated on those girls' team standings, but what a stage they've set here now for the boys. A standard here at Woodbridge. Giving you a preview into what we're going to see here on the boys' side. 7 nationally ranked teams entered, 4 in the top 10. Harriman is chasing an unprecedented 4th straight team title. It was a record last year in back-to-back-to-back wins, now looking for 4 straight. It is a true national preview. California, Utah, Colorado, and Texas, all with phenomenal nationally ranked teams in this one. Let's start with Jesuit of California, number 3 in the country, led by Isaac Abbott, Lucas Alberts, and Drake Hofferer. They've got elite depth, a phenomenal team running in their home state. Also, Harriman, a team that has gotten in the top 3 at Nike Cross Nationals in each of the past 3 years. A phenomenal program that is putting themselves at the top of the list in all-time cross-country programs. They are led by Jackson Spencer, who was 6th last year, our top returner and our favorite to win going into this one. They also have Eli Jarvis, a 38th place last year. And one other thing about Harriman before we move on to our other top-notch teams, they have an interesting way of fielding this Woodbridge lineup. Last week, they competed for some of their spots for this Woodbridge lineup. They had 4 open spots, and so they said, hey, let's throw 7 runners in the top 3 will make the Woodbridge team. A phenomenal storyline, and especially for Adam Wardell. One of their athletes was in 4th for their squad at the meet last week, so 1 spot off from being on this varsity squad in Woodbridge, and he ended up in the last 400 meters, a sprint finish to make the team, and ended up getting the number 1 spot in that race last week. So a phenomenal program that is based on just some phenomenal competition. Besides them, we also have Coeur d'Alene of Idaho, number 7th ranked team in the country, led by Wyatt Carr, who was 20th last year. On top of that, we have Bridgeland, Texas, number 8 in the country, led by Griffin Sack. We also have some other phenomenal teams and individuals. But as we mentioned, we can start with none other than Jackson Spencer, our top returner and 7th at Nike Cross Nationals. We'll look out for him in that Harriman uniform. Ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of an update on that girls' team race. We still have an extremely tight race. J. Sarah Catholic with 198, Union Catholic with 208. Just a 10-point lead separates those two unofficially. I'll wait to call that one. Still too close to call, but J. Sarah Catholic looks like they might have it. Here we go, still a very, very tight pack here up front on the boys' side. Nearly the entire race is clumped together into one long line there, as you can see. Not many gaps in between. To give you some context on what happened last year, it was Owen Powell who broke the course record. 13:30, folks. 13:30 on a cross-country 3-mile course. Owen Powell certainly setting a standard and breaking Leo Young's record from a couple of years before. And then before that, it was Nico Young. So some historic runners have run on this course, and that doesn't change here as we have some world-class athletes here on deck here today. They're passing the 1-mile marker tape, as you can see on the left side of your screen. It's Carson Smith across the tape first. 4:37. The senior from Air Academy Another phenomenal program looking to make a splash here on the national scene here at Woodbridge. Jackson Northcutt in the mix in second. Aiden Antonio also right there up front with Mitchell Reitz and Brady Anderson. And 10 athletes, ladies and gentlemen, clocked a 4:37. Shows you how tightly knit that first group is. Really no one wanting to take this lead out early. Look at this, maybe some tactical running. They're still going extremely fast, 4:37 first mile, but no one really trying to jump out to that lead. You see they're almost 6 wide here down the pipeline on the left side of the course. Still really too close to call with the team standings. Everyone still clumped together, so place is still pretty ambiguous here with 6 minutes in. Carson Smith, phenomenal 3-mile runner. He got 9th at Woodbridge last year in 14:35 and set a new lifetime best. When you're in that top 10, he was 9th in the rated race, and now jumping up into the sweepstakes and jumps out to the front of the pack in that first mile. Some confident running, and shows that, you know, a lot of runners in those rated races or the races prior to those can jump up into this phenomenal sweepstakes race, and it's kind of a pipeline for that. And look what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is Jackson Spencer now taking a confident lead. And yes, it is Spencer taking about a 5-meter lead on the rest of the field. The chase pack will follow as they go over the cement. Watch out for Aiden LaRue, excuse me. He was 9th at NXN. He split wins with Spencer last fall. So one of Spencer's top-notch competitors, rivals, if you will. Maximo Zavaleta is California's top returner. He was 7th last year, trying to defend home turf. And approaching 8 minutes here, so about 1 minute till we see our second mile split. And we'll get a look at if Jackson Spencer has gapped the rest of the field, and it looks like he might have. Could it be a 30-meter lead on the rest of the field in a matter of maybe 30 seconds? And yes, look at that white dot at the bottom of your screen. That's Jackson Spencer. The rest of the field follows. About a group of 5 or 6 in that chase pack confidently. And just such a beautiful course we have here at Woodbridge. Fans lined at nearly every spot, cheering these athletes on. And Spencer really trying to take this one before it really gets going. He really took off with about 1.5 miles to go and maybe said, you know what, this is enough. I'm going to go take this at my pace. I'm ready to go. He's approaching that second mile marker, and boom, 9:14 through 2 miles for Jackson Spencer. He ran a 4:36, the fastest in the field by nearly 4 to 5 seconds. And he is absolutely flying, folks. Watch out for Carter Prater. Moved up 21 spots. Ran a 4:41 on that last mile.
We are now at the 2-mile mark and beyond in that boys Speck race. Jackson Spencer, the top returnee, at of Harriman High of Utah has opened a nice 6-second lead on a pretty good field here at 9:14.3. Carter Prater out of Somerset Academy Sky Point in Nevada.
And Carter Prater right now in second. So far on his 2025 cross-country campaign, he has one second-place finish at 15:23. But now competing with the best of them here at Woodbridge.
Rodriguez is defending Division I Arizona State champion who's 19th here last year. Top returning Spencer Jackson, our current leader, he was 6th last year. Maximo Zabaleta out of King, the number 2 returning, was 13th at the 2-mile at 9:25.6. Wyatt Clark, Fort Lee of Idaho, was 26th here last year, and Ben Lee out very well this year at a Thunder Ridge in Colorado.
So Spencer maintaining a steady lead, just over.
2024. Team-wise at 2 miles, Jesuit, California at 200. Harriman, Utah, 236, and no one else in the same zip code.
And look at that, the team tents in the background, the finish line in view, although of course Spencer now has to go around this loop, as you can see on the athletic course tracker. But now approaching 12 minutes now, and he can almost smell this victory. Spencer, being our top returner, looking to close his Woodbridge career out in winning fashion. Such a focused runner. He also spoke with our very own Keenan Gray earlier this week, and he spoke to how great this transfer to Harriman has been for him. It's such a phenomenal program, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcasts, has really shot themselves on the national scene, especially in the past 3 years, as they've had a national championship win and multiple podium finishes. And Jackson Spencer is continuing this tradition here at Harriman. And Spencer. .12:41 reads the time, and he is almost near his very own Woodbridge victory. And what a phenomenal mark this would be on his senior year cross-country season. Of course, for him, there's still lots to come on the national scene, both in top-notch state, regional, and national competitions. But this is certainly one he can hang his cap on. Jackson Spencer. Down the final chute now, through that gap in the trees. Everyone else in the background. No one's gonna get him. It's Jackson Spencer all by himself. A beautiful drone shot of our crowd, the cheerleaders, and Jackson Spencer coming across the line here. It's going to be an extremely fast time, folks. 3:42. And a phenomenal finish. Such a composed athlete. Didn't crack a smile through the finish, and that just shows how focused that guy is. What a phenomenal athlete and a phenomenal performance by Jackson Spencer. Here comes Carter Prater in second. A great breakout finish for him, 14 flat for the senior. Eli Jarvis of Harriman in third. That's a big-time performance from Jarvis as well. Really putting on a huge showing, a huge upgrade from last year here at Woodbridge. And that's going to do well for Harriman, possibly trying to take another team title here. Aiden Antonio in fifth, a Woodbridge high school guy, defending home turf, getting a top 5 finish. Really impressive, 14:06 for the junior. Another shout out to Eli Jarvis. He moved up 8 spots folks, for that third place finish. He ran the second fastest third mile split of the competition, just under his teammate Jackson Spencer. So watch out, man, for Harriman, as they just have some blazing closing speed. Of course, you need 5 to score here, so we'll keep an eye out for these team standings. Jesuit looking good. They have one of the top teams in the country so far in our midseason rankings. They are led right now by Isaac Abbott, 14:08 for 10th place. Looks like it could be a close competition between Jesuit and Harriman, but right now Harriman has the narrow margin, 202 to 220. And could this be 4 Woodbridges in a row for Harriman? We'll wait to call it officially, as our athletes still pile in. And look at this. We have wait for it, over 250 athletes under 16 minutes. Are you kidding me? I mean, a sub-16 performance will win you a lot of cross-country races around the country. Here at Woodbridge, it's a top 250 finish. What a display of athleticism, competitiveness, and phenomenal performance we have here tonight. We can officially call the girls sweepstakes race. It was J. Sarah Catholic who won just barely over Union Catholic, 200 to 207. A wild team standings finish on the girls' side, as well as a wild individual finish. Here on the boys' side, still waiting official standings here, as you see the crowd pile by the finish line waiting these scores and statistics. And it looked like Harriman might just have a 4th back-to-back-to-back-to-back wins here at Woodbridge. And what a shot right there. You can see the team standings board illuminating in the background there, and that's where everyone's headed. Everyone wants to take a look at what might be history. Harriman doing it again. This is unprecedented, folks. Harriman just not going away. A lot of people thought, hey, this might be a little bit of a rebuild year. It's going to be a tough time, certainly a lot of tough competition here at Woodbridge, and some great competition in Jesuit, Boulder, Lane. But could it be that Harriman holds off the rest of them once again? You heard it from the PA announcer possibly right there, and just like to reiterate, Jackson Spencer won by 18 seconds, and the only athlete to break 14 here this year at Woodbridge. A phenomenal accomplishment. A phenomenally confident runner. He just looked so comfortable throughout that race, even at blazing speeds.